All right, hey people, Russ Jensen. So a little after 3 p.m. on the 14th day of January 2017. So I'm just going to keep just, sharing information. My son sent me over a little draft of the portions of the book he's been working on. Yeah, fantastic, great work. I think people are really going to enjoy the information that's there. I'm putting a very easy to read format, but anyways, so I know I keep talking about I'm going to talk about rights of necessity, which I'm going to, but I think it's important still. I'm going to stay on this track a little bit about whether or not the Constitution is valid or not, and what the heck's going on. Right? How they keep saying, yeah, it's valid, but they don't abide by it. Right? Don't give us access to common law, at least some watered down, perverted version of it. Okay? So it's important to understand this whole concept of jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is what gives a person authority over another person or a matter. Okay? An issue. That's what the courts claim, jurisdiction. Okay? We say, well, we must be able to challenge your jurisdiction. We can. Prove it to us where you're getting it from. Okay? So, and there's a number of Supreme Court cases. Their Supreme Court, the inferior, legislatively creative U.S. Supreme Court that was created by the Judiciary Act of 1789. Okay? But talk about the fact where a court has jurisdiction, it has every right to decide every question which occurs in the cause. And whether its decision be correct or otherwise, its judgment until reversed is regarded as binding in every other court. But if it act without authority, its judgments and orders are regarded as nullities. They're not voidable, but simply void, and form no bar to a recovery sought, even prior to a reversal in opposition to them. They constitute no justification, and all persons concerned in executing such judgments or sentences are considered in law as trespassers. Okay? Elliott v. Pearsall, 1828. Okay? If any tribunal finds absence of proof of jurisdiction over a person in the subject matter, the case must be dismissed. It's Louisville Railroad v. Motley, another U.S. Supreme Court case. 1849 in Middleton v. Lowe, or that's 1866, actually. Uh, in Prosser v. Secor, which is 1849, but no officer can acquire jurisdiction by deciding he has it. The officer, whether judicial or ministerial, decides at his own peril. Okay? Where the question upon which the jurisdiction depends is one of law, purely the jurisdiction over the subject matter is always open to collateral inquiry. I mean, it can be challenged. So, another Supreme Court case, Palmer v. Ash, is also found in mere jurisdiction. But jurisdiction of the person of the subject matter is not alone conclusive. The jurisdiction of the court to make or render the order or judgment depends on due observance of the constitutional rights of the accused. Since jurisdiction cannot be assumed by district court nor conferred by agreement of parties, it is incumbent upon plaintiff to allege in clear terms the necessary facts showing jurisdiction, which must be proved by convincing evidence. And there's hundreds of them. Okay? Jurisdiction is everything. My question then becomes is, if jurisdiction's everything and authority is delegated by the people through the document known as the Constitution of the United States of America, which isn't being honored, provisions in that are being egregiously violated. What are they doing? How are they getting away with all this? I can tell you partly what they did. They're operating on today. What they claim is their authority by way of intergovernmental compacts, agreements between different organizations in the government. What they did back in 1937, this group of people, you delegated some of your authority to, elected officials, unelected officials got together, okay, and decided that they were going to create their own new Declaration of Independence for the government. Okay? They called it the Declaration of Interdependence of the Governments within the United States of America in Common Council. Signed at the Third Conference of the Council of State Governments, Washington, D.C., January 22nd, 1937. Okay? Well, the first two and last paragraphs of this whole big, long compact say everything that needs to be said. And this is what we're going to be demanding answers for when we ask for declaratory judgment. Is our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution controlling, or is theirs? When, in the course of human events, becomes necessary for a nation to repair the fabric which unites its many agencies of government and to restore the solidarity which is vital to orderly growth, it is the duty of responsible officials to define the need and to find a way to meet it. A way does not come of itself. The maintenance of just and efficient government is as intricate, as arduous, and as imperative as any human endeavor. 150 years ago, our forefathers faced their necessity and formed a new union. They found a way. As our forefathers, by the Declaration of Independence, affirmed their purpose to improve government for us, so do we, by this Declaration of Interdependence, affirm our purpose to improve government for our contemporaries and for our posterity. Now, the Declaration of Interdependence, when I just read those paragraphs out of, is government assuming responsibility for expanding powers. Okay? That's a 180-degree turn from the second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence, okay? Where we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, unalienable. Okay? Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. Okay? That Declaration of Independence, part of organic law, okay? Can't be just set aside by a group of people acting in the capacity of the government that was formed by the Constitution, by that declaration, to then say, well, that doesn't matter anymore. We're going to do these other things because it's easier for us to subject these people to our will. That, people, is what's happened. That is truth. That's fact. You can verify it for yourself. Declaration of Independence of the Governments within the United States of America in Common Council. Now, I'm going to post up a number of pages here coming from Dan Meador. And I'm going to put a link to his site also. Fantastic site. Great guy. Oklahoma. Was deceased now. Been deceased for a long time, actually. Tremendous amount of research into these areas. This understanding where I got a lot of my knowledge from him. Richard Cornforth. Carl Miller. A whole bunch of them. I'm going to list all those up there. There's a bunch of places to go where you can get good, factual, solid information that's based on truth. Better understand who and what you are. Okay? These individuals on that date, they removed gold and silver coin from circulation, formed this new intergovernmental compact, started working on ways to convert you and I as the de jure state citizens, the true lawful sovereign authorities of the unions, states of that union, republics, federated together, the true sovereign authorities. They took our authority, delegated to them, stole it from us, basically, create a new form of government, have absolutely refused to admit it, refused to be bound to the proper jurisdictional authority of the Constitution that created all those governmental organizations that have now become interdependent through a compact. have denied you and I, hundreds of thousands of people, their what? Their constitutional rights, the rights protected by the Constitution. Now, we start to think about what happens if jurisdiction is not properly acquired. Okay? What happens? No proof of jurisdiction over person or subject matter. The case must be dismissed. That means the case must be dismissed. That means people that are in prison right now today, sitting in jails right now today, that have been prosecuted by an organization that does not have constitutional authority, constitutional jurisdiction, those cases must be dismissed. They don't mean to be voided. They must be dismissed. And that can be done through the process of habeas corpus. The other problem that these people are going to have is that prosecution was done without immunity. You don't have sovereign immunity. You are acting as private individuals. Okay? There's no bar to recovery. Sought means that we can come sue you. We can come prosecute you under our lawful sovereign authority. We delegated and are going to be delegating to a new group, hopefully, under the true jurisdictional authority of the Constitution of the United States of America, 1787, and then as amended, the Constitution of the United States, 1789, and then as properly amended, so on and so forth. Okay? Your intergovernmental compact, that's great for you guys to do whatever you need to do to make your government more efficient. Yeah, that's your obligation to do that. You don't have permission to remove me from the protections of the document that created your organization. Just because you did it in an era when information was much easier to control. In an era where it was much easier to, create a lot of fear, uncertainty amongst the populations because they trusted what you were saying and you lied to them. You don't have jurisdictional authority, but it's legitimate. Now, I don't understand what's so hard for people that I talk to, that I share this with, my elected officials. Of course, they're not going to because they're part of that scheme. Okay? They have a vested interest in maintaining what's going on because they know that they are all acting in a treasonous manner, attacking the constitutions of the state, attacking the people. They're in a lot of trouble. A lot. And they know it. So I'm just asking a few people to help me ask that question. Is the Constitution valid? And is this Declaration of Interdependence of the Governments within the United States American Common Council and their so-called turning my Utah, where I'm at right now, standing in the dirt, into a instrumentality, an agency of the federal Congress, being governed under their territorial rule under Article 4? Which is it? Can't be both. Certainly can't be the second one because that's done illegitimately. So that's a problem for them. Big one. Okay? You people that have loved ones in federal prisons or in state prisons or any jails anywhere, probably ought to stand up, take note, listen to what the fuck I'm saying to you, and do a little investigating, research. The habeas corpus process is very simple. Very simple. You have full authority to do that. You don't even have to be the person that's in custody. The rest of you better start doing some real inquiry helping me ask these two simple questions about, is the Constitution valid, and how is it displaced by these groups, this people? That's what we have to start doing, people. I said, I'm not about making problems, rebelling, or anything else. I'm about getting my governments back in control, and constitutional authority. I said, it doesn't matter. You can write all the laws and stuff you want. Right now, they have zero effect. They're void. They don't need to be voided. They are void, as they are nullities. There isn't a single justice, judge, magistrate, anywhere in the geographical territorial area, Union States, can answer that the other one, this Declaration of Independence of Governments, supersedes the Constitution without declaring that our government has been overtaken, a coup d'etat. That form of government no longer exists. The other option is that everything has been going on since 1937, 1933, that whole time period right there is unlawful. And a whole lot of people need to be put on trial for treason. That's only two options. Okay? There aren't any other options. This nonsense bullshit, the country went into bankruptcy. Pretty sure that the Congress has the ability to borrow money on the credit of the United States. Now, what's the United States? The people. People, living human beings walking around with a sovereign power known as life force energy. The credit of the people is unlimited. The very fact that they claim to be borrowing money, when they can create our own, meet some bullshit terms of some other group that created their own and then gave it to our, well, obviously the elected officials at that time were retarded, still are today for the most part, if they fail to understand this simple information. Impossible for the United States to be bankrupt, ever. It's impossible for the states of the Union, their elected officials, to get together behind closed doors and claim to create a new form of government without my consent, without proper authority. Constitutional authority doesn't allow you to do that. Now, I know Article 4 also talks about the fact that no new state shall be admitted, no two states shall join together, or create a new state in amongst themselves without the agreement between Congress and the legislatures of those states. And I understand that. That's what you've done. Cannot overcome the de jure, the real, lawful Constitution for the United States of America, 1787, and amended Constitution of the United States, 1789. Your territorial rule, then, I guess, supposedly, applies to the territories, the real ones. I guess your instrumentalities, too, which I'm not one of. You made the rules very clear right there in your Federal Reserve Acts, your Public Money Act, your FDIC Bank Acts. Things don't apply to me. I'm not one of your people. I'm not an employee, agent, officer, custodian. Have voluntary consented. And you people are criminals, violating the authority, violating the Constitution, the contract that bound the sovereign to the people and the people to the sovereign. By the acts of the sovereigns, the people become free. So that's going to be the question we're asking people. This is real. It's real information. Go research it for yourself. I'll put the link up here. I'm going to list up these. I think it's I don't know, 5 or 7 pages, something like that. Most of it written by Dan Meador. I take credit for his work, but No, they've done a lot of stuff. It's true. Truthful. You need to start researching these things for yourself. All three of you that are following me, I think that's fantastic. It's great. I love it. Okay, so this stuff's powerful stuff, and it presents huge problems for us, though. Okay, everybody has to be released. Nobody's there with proper jurisdiction. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. Okay, there are some probably that are there for proper jurisdiction. So I'm not going to say it's a blanket thing. Okay, but there's a large number that aren't. A large number of people that understand that what's going on is not right, and it doesn't really matter. They have done things without proper authority. Period. End of story. Okay, they don't have an excuse. They don't have a reason. There's nothing that can give them back that jurisdictional authority once they have attacked the state, the Constitution, like they have. The integrity of that Constitution can be reconstituted. It sure can. And the people responsible for breaking that, well, somebody's got to go to prison. That's what they said. And what National Treasure? Huh? Okay. So that's what this is about. Okay. The truth is there. The information is there. The facts are there. They're in the record. The question becomes: is are you really uh, an American? Are you really a free person living in the so-called United States of America, the United States, land of the free, home of the brave? Are you? Are you brave? Huh? If you are, come help me. Research these things. Start asking these questions. Like I said, I don't really, not a big believer in writing letters to say, hey, Congressman, I'm complaining about this. No, we're going to be writing letters demanding information, demanding that they confess to us what they've done. That's what these letters are about. That's what this declaratory judgment that we're asking for is about. Confession. Getting the truth so we know what we need to be doing. So I'll post this up here, and hey, I'll talk to everybody later. Love everybody, and like I said, if you got questions, that's fine. Post them. That's fine. Even the few comments I'm getting now are, mostly people being derogatory, but that's cool. That's fine. People understand. You people have been, we all have. I still am. I don't have all the answers. That's why I need help. I need help from people to come read this information and then act on it. They're not that complicated. It really isn't. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later.